I'll be requesting Raghav Upadhyay, Head Paid Media, Team Pumpkin, to join me over here on stage, alongside Sunil Pandey, who's the Head Paid Media of Team Pumpkin as well. Can we please clap loudly and appreciate the presence of Raghav Upadhyay and Sunil Pandey with us over here on stage.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome. I think a considerable time away from lunch now, so I would have greater attention. But the topic is very interesting. The intersection of data, AI, and creativity to scale your sales.
So actually the major problem that we have seen with achieving the scale is that we have come across many brands who are spending a lakh or two on a monthly basis and getting a ROAS of 3. But when they are scaling up to twice or thrice their budgets, this is where the problem arises. The intersection that we are talking. So actually the scale, when we talk about scale and achieving the scale, the intersection of the points, data, AI, and creativity is something which solves the problem for us. So if we are talking about, firstly, if I'm talking about data and creativity, so when we are talking about the intersection of data and creativity, it's the personalization at scale is the major problem that solves for us. So when we talk about it in detail, so there are two things that we talk about majorly in this, is the ad stacking as per funnel. Right now we are, in terms of personalization, we are only talking about the funnel positioning of the person where the user is in the funnel. So we are talking about ad stacking, and we are talking about landing page personalization. So when it comes to ad stacking, the algorithms in terms of their learning have changed a lot. Specifically, if I talk about Meta, it used to take around about 7 days and 50 conversions to come out of the learning phase. Now it has reduced down to just 3 days and 10 conversions. So if we talk about a single ad set, how do we stack our ads into it? So how do we stack our ads in a single ad set? So in this specifically, we'll have to keep in mind what kind of communication we want to put forward in front of a person within the single campaign. Here we are not talking about an awareness campaign, then a consideration campaign, then a conversion campaign. In this, we are specifically talking about the top of the funnel communication, not the objective type of the campaign. Where we have a pain point, we can brainstorm. I think brands at this point has cracked it enough that they are able to list down what are the pain points that they are solving from their product or services. And we can list down that pain point specifically and have a short video, not more than 15 seconds, I would say. And then specific USP statics, when you're talking about the pain point 1, the USP 1 should be solving that particular pain point. And obviously then testimonials. Initially from T0, the first impression or second impression that the user will get will be random, as it's shown here also. The first impression can be a testimonial as well. But as soon as the algorithm will learn, after complete optimization, the majority of the times, the first impression that you will get will be majorly around the pain point video that we have created. Second would be the USP in terms of static, or it can be a video as well. And then comes the testimonial part of it. So it will stack it in a way that it first makes you aware. It talks about engagement and demonstration. The second, USP statics, talked about the clarity and consideration. And obviously when it comes to testimonials, it drives trust and decision. The major benefits of this is that within the same campaign, the learning is now very fast. Earlier what used to happen, we used to create a video view campaign. We then remarket those people for conversion ads. And the people who have not converted, then you used to remarket them with testimonials. This was a long process, and if you consider the whole ROI out of it, in terms of spends that you have done, it is not at par with the current mechanisms that we have. So the biggest benefit is the relevancy has improved a lot. And second is the wider preference range. Now the algorithm, in terms of our ads, has a wider preference range in terms of they can choose which particular type of asset is working or not. And they can learn from that. And obviously the user experience is now far better. There is landing page customization or personalization that we can do as per funnel. There are tools like fiber.ai wherein you can customize your landing page as per the number of visits. For example, if a person is visiting your website for the first time, then, for example, a communication might say that your perfect sunscreen. The second visit might be to induce the consideration, and we are talking about sunscreen that works. So herein we can customize the images also, wherein we are talking about how the particular product works. And then when we are aiming at a conversion, then specifically we can create that FOMO, that sales ends today. The fourth visit can be a loyalty also. It can be condition based, when the person has converted and visiting again to our website, then we can specifically give them a discount. The communication is up to us. It's up to our creativity that how we devise it. But in terms of total engagement throughout the funnel, landing page now can be customized. This is something which, with the combination of AI and creativity, we are able to solve personalization at scale. With 1 or 2 bias personas spending 1-2 lakh rupees, it's possible to be done. But when you talk about spending in terms of CRs in a week, you need to have that personalization to be done at scale.
So truly, AI has allowed us to do customization, personalization at a scale, at a level of effectiveness that the conversion rates for campaigns which are using this is significantly higher with much better ROAS. This brings us to the next point is AI and creativity. Now, AI and creativity is actually opening up a Pandora's box. Maybe the entire clutter-breaking creativity may not come directly through AI, but it definitely is a source of great inspiration while creating commercial ads. So the point is that how many of brand managers are actually worried or bogged down into creating different formats of different sizes for different ad formats. Now, all of that problem is very simply solved by AI. Next slide. Yeah. So as you can see that with AI for images and videos, all of us know that this solves a problem, but what kind of result it gives? So what we experience is that we found an improvement of 18% wherever we have used prompts by AI images, okay, on the CTR rate. We saw an improvement on AI search copies by a whopping 24%, and this I'm speaking approximately around 24 different clients. Okay, for adapts, okay, we saw that adapts, both the turnaround time improved, but it also showed us better impression share for adapts. We compared it with users who were not exactly using AI.
Also, I'll add on to this, when it comes to AI with images, the way it happens with Delay from OpenAI, the Google has their own AI now, wherein you can just have the prompts. I'll show a video in a subsequent slide by Google itself. And with specifically the point was with AI with search copies. With the kind of search keywords that you are putting in, the search terms that you are getting, the system, the AI can suggest you the copies there. First of all, it's the turnaround time which has reduced drastically, and the quality score that has improved for a particular keyword. As we all must be knowing here, the quality score is inversely proportional to your CPC. If you have the highest quality score, the CPC that you will get will be the lowest. So in the data that we are showing you right here is the clients that we are having at Team Pumpkin Roasted. We have combined the total data and given you the results in a nutshell. And specifically when I'm talking about adapts, 9:16, 16:9, 1:1, whatever the adapts ratios that we have can be created in a jiffy from the Google itself, and Meta also has given that capability to us now. So with that, what has increased is now whatever placements that we have are now being utilized by the advertisers, and the impression share that we are getting is 7% higher than what it used to be. I'll just show you a video here. It's how Google is using the prompts and optimizing the campaigns. Apologies, there's no sound in this, but it's not majorly required here. So from prompts, like how from OpenAI Delay works, this is something can be done on Google as well. And specifically for advantage shopping campaigns also this can be done. This is a major case study for Performance Max campaigns in Google, how it can work. So you can just interact with them, how you usually do with ChatGPT, and you can get the copies and the images created. You just upload a video, and it will give you a template. It can give you sound, voiceovers in different languages. It can give you a starting slider, which elaborates about your point. And obviously, you can resize this video in just one click. And this is the biggest pain point from coming from a performance agency. We are also guilty of asking too many performance creators from the brand. And this has always been a problem. This is something which gets solved because of this. And obviously ad strength, when it will be excellent, your CPCs will automatically come down. It's about optimizing your landing page and your creative. Performance of your total campaign, 80% is reliant on your landing page and your ad creative. Getting a CPC down from 10 rupees to 8 rupees is a huge challenge, but getting a conversion rate up from 2% to 2.4%, 2.5% is still doable, but the impact that you get from it is equal.
And the bottom line is that effectiveness is far more important. While it is convenient to use AI in creativity, it is more effective also as per our experience, and that's what the key takeaway we would want to give.
So talking about the third and last intersection of data and AI, I think we are thankful here to Meta and Google itself that they are doing the major part of the work here. But this is the thing of past now. With what we were talking about, the privacy first world, third-party data will soon be becoming obsolete. Although Google has given an extension in terms of usage of their third-party data, but soon it will be gone. So we have to be very reliant in terms of the first-party data that we are using. So what is AI doing for us in terms of the data that we are giving to them? It's identifying the audience of the behavior. It's slicing and dicing in terms of what are their behaviors, what are their geographies, what are their locations. And from that, they are creating that hyper segmentation in audience targeting. From that, they are predicting, they are creating a trend. And from that trend, they are seeing the universe that is available to Meta and Google. And from that, they are identifying the similar people who are in that stage in terms of their interest or in terms of their funnel as well. So from that, the predictive modeling is working. The major problem that major performance marketers, and I'm also guilty of doing that a couple of years back, that when we were used to create lookalike audiences, it's a matter of past now that how lookalike audiences used to work. Now it's not giving that much results. But with ASC campaigns or performance max campaigns also, what we are usually doing is we are adding that first party data, and that is, for example, the people who have visited my website or the people who have purchased from me just once. So this data is huge. The commonality that you will get out of it will be very generic. So in this, we'll have to make sure that audience signals that we are giving the audience for the most loyal customers that we have. In this, the commonality will be pretty much precise, and the algorithm and the machine learning that is working at the backend for Meta and Google will be able to predict the audience or find the audience or scout the audience for us in a far better way. So this is something that we have done for Plum Goodness, the sale this time.
While we implemented all of our learnings and put up for one of our key clients, we were able to scale their revenue 7x versus last month in just 7 days during the sale period. We were, 25% approximately revenue growth vis-a-vis the similar sale last year, and we were able to most importantly acquire, 55% new customer acquisition during this period. So the sale acted as a lever for them to scale, and all of this was possible because we implemented all the three elements which we discovered, that is AI, data, and creativity, to produce such a fantastic result. I believe this brings us to the end of the presentation. We look forward to questions from audiences if you have any.
Hi, my name is Adgully. So some of these AI models are either open source or are paid in some way, but these AI models are trained on certain examples. So they are going to give the same output. So how does Team Pumpkin what strategy does Team Pumpkin have to make sure that your ad is not a commodity in a sea of similarly generated ads?
So actually it depends in terms of you'll have to again see that what kind of usage that you will take from OpenAI and what is your own creativity. So for example, when we are talking about placements like display on Performance Max, it's a very small placement of 250 by 250. There's not a lot of scope of creativity that you can show there. That kind of placements can be taken from OpenAI. When it comes to, for example, when you're talking about AI giving you search copies, that's basis on your prompt. That's basis the inputs that you are giving. That's basis the search terms that you are providing to them. So that will be innovative. That will be different, not innovative, I would say. It will be different from what other people are using. And obviously, when it comes to search specifically, because I'm talking about the places where you can use this AI model, in this specifically, it depends upon what kind of competition you have. So in this specifically, if we're talking about a branded ad, branded keywords, so obviously competition would be there. Or for a competitor keyword, competition would be there. It's majorly the generic keywords that you are focusing on. So from there, you'll have to make sure that relevancy sequence is there. Starting from the search query, to what keyword you are selecting, to what copy you have, and obviously you can customize the landing page according to it. So it's not just the AI part that will work, it obviously the other things that we have talked about. So it is the relevancy sequence that you have to make sure is in place.
To add to what Raghav is saying, that if you want your ad to look clutter breaking, AI will give you a playbook. Most of the time AI does give you a sort of a playbook. It is your creativity, is your positioning that where you want it to focus. And with the prompts, you can make it focus at the area or a position which you have taken in terms of creativity or experimentation. So that is what your intelligence, AI is like a robot which can walk the path you want it to walk. So choose it that way, take inspiration from the playbook and play it that way.
And obviously there are platforms like Sora coming up now. So with this, you will be able to get that OpenAI model into videos as well. And then it's upon to your creativity, how you're giving the prompts, how you are interacting with the AI. And obviously you'll have to have some brand checks, you'll have to have some guidelines in place that will determine what kind of content is coming out. So you'll have to be wary of that.
Thank you to both of you, and give them a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe it's safe to say that soda, lemon, ginger pop, Team Pumpkin on the top, right? Nice. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Give them a huge round of applause once again, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.